myself, J. Swarnalata Raj from Department of Botany, Andhra Lab College.
Good morning, dear students. In today's class, we are going to discuss about sporophyte in Marchantia, a liverwort. So, as we discussed in the previous class, Marchantia life cycle, a haploid spore results in the formation of haploid thalli, which are heterothallic in nature. Those produces female plant and male plant. So, female plant produces archegoniophore and male plants produces antheridophore. Archegoniophore develops archegonia, in which egg cell will be developed. Antheridophore develops antheridium, inside which antherozoid will be developed. So by the fusion of this haploid egg cell and antherozoid, it results in the formation of diploid zygote inside the venter region of the archegonium. This venter region of the archegonium later on develops into sporophyte. So this sporophyte, so these are the two different heterothallic plants. One is female plant bearing an archegoniophore and male plant bearing antheridophore. So this is the actual structure of the sporophyte, in which sporophyte is comprised of three different parts. One is foot, seta and capsule. These foot, seta are the vegetative parts, whereas this capsule region is the... So in this sporophyte, the three different regions are foot, seta and capsule. So this is nothing but the venter region. Before this venter region is present in the archegonium, after the fertilization, this venter region has been developed into foot, seta and capsule. So foot region and seta region are the vegetative parts, whereas this capsule region is the reproductive part, inside which these spores are developed. How these spores are developed? So this region which produces the spores is commonly called as sporangium, inside which two different cells will be developed. One is spore mother cell and the other one is elater mother cell. So as these two cells are the resultant of a embryophyte which is diploid in nature, both the spore mother cell as well as the elater mother cell will be diploid in nature. But what happens here is, as elaters are responsible for the dispersal of the spore, the elater mother cell does not undergo meiosis and it results in the formation of diploid elaters. Whereas spore mother cells will be in diploid in nature, and this spore mother cell undergoes meiotic division. Each spore mother cell results in the formation of 4 haploid spores. So, a single microspore mother cell results in the formation of 4 haploid spores. So, this haploid spore will be formed into a gametophytic plant when it germinates under favorable conditions. And the function of this elater is, as I told you, spore dispersal. How it can disperse the spores after the spores are formed. How it disperses means the nature of elater is hygroscopic in nature. You can see the crisscross branch on the elater. These elaters absorbs the water and these elaters becomes bulged and they show hygroscopic nature, means the straightened elater will show hygroscopic nature like this. By the contraction and relaxation of the elater in the abundance of water, these spores will be released out. So in tomorrow's class, we can see how this spore will be germinate into a haploid gametophytic plant.